So again, from guidance of Madam Kasati, my first question is, should the president be removed from the proceedings for removal of the Chief Justice, which applies to constitutional bodies? 2, should what is your comment on the presser of the Chief Justice in terms of irregularities and things she finds to be illegal at the committee? And 3, should we relook at in-camera provision under Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution?
Those things. Should the president be removed from the process? Absolutely. I think going forward, it's not healthy, right? It is a temptation. You don't tempt power in these parts like that. Certain things we have done with our constitution almost presume that the people we are going to elect are angels. I mean, it is one of the most ridiculous. Our constitution is too permissive. It trusts power holders too much. Whether they are the president, they are the chief justice, we trust people with power too much. So there are almost no restraints on anybody with power in this place. You know? And whenever you say the president shall do this, the president in Ghana, I mean, shall sometimes, in some places, shall is a duty, right? So in Kenya, the president appoints the judges, but it is understood as a duty to appoint once the Judicial Service Commission has nominated them after going through an interviewing process, and they've come up with a list. You just have a duty to take it to Parliament for them to approve, and once they approve, you have a duty to appoint. In Ghana, you say shall. Hey, that's my power. It is, I shall appoint you. So I do the thing by myself. Absolutely, the president shouldn't be given that kind of power. Whether in the appointment side, on the appointment side, or on the removal side. I don't see the point, right? I mean, and then you have other things like the sitting justices on the Supreme Court. Your peers must now sit in judgment upon you in an in-camera proceeding. Why do you think the Kenyans, when they got there, said no? Go for retired jurists. They know, they've experienced these things before. So the Kenyans, the same removal provision in another common law country. So no, when it gets to that point, go and borrow some retired judge. Or if you can't find any, actually go to the Commonwealth countries and find one. Find 1 or 2 or 3. It's in their constitution. Very Pan-Africanist. They allow, they say you should go to the Commonwealth Africa and go to Ghana and bring somebody to come and sit in judgment on this case, because this person's peers on the same court, we don't, even if they will do justice, we don't want the collegiality and everything to be wrecked. So leave them out of this. But you've written a flawed constitution like that, and then now that is being applied, we are all up in arms. Why is it in camera? Why must justice be done in camera? Right? I mean, so I don't understand the point of it. It's a national security issue. Initially, they said it was for the protection of the institution so that they are not washing their dirty linens in public. But this kind of a person doesn't help anybody. So when this matter came, my first comment on it was, look, even if it's in camera, if the proceeding itself is in camera, we must at least be open to everything being published after the fact. Because I can't change the constitution at that point, right? I cannot read the constitution and say that this is just best practice. It's not in the text. I don't think that is a proper reading of the constitution. It is there that it must be in camera. So for now, it's in camera. But why can't we at least agree that after the fact, the in-camera clause or provision or text does not stop us from publishing, the judgment. Maybe not the proceedings because it would defeat the in-camera idea, but at least the judgment and the reasoning. Okay. Nothing like that is in the Constitution. It's not required. Nobody says we should publish anything, right? So I think, it's a bad situation. I mean, I'm not particularly sure there is a whole lot we can do about it. But I think going forward, we must fix it. There is no reason why we should have a system like that. Because when people come here and they are surprised that our Electoral Commission is choosing the way it's choosing, and we still trust election results. This would never, many places, they would never accept it. That the president can just pick any 3 people to constitute the commission, or 3 or 4 or 5, and the other people accept the results as fair.
Okay.